Hey guys, what's going on? Tuesday, another video. Had an early start to the day again. Went to the gym. Again with Saba and Josiah. That was good. Did some reading. Now about to do some songwriting. Have an audition coming up for JMC, which is like a Brisbane's music academy. And you have to audition to get in. Got that in 2 weeks. Some songwriting and practicing all my lyrics. Anyway, that's besides the point. This video is going to be, again, I'm going to keep hammering this point in. Again, this is not made for the majority of people, or the majority of my friends who've had good environments, who've had loving parents, who've had nurturing environments when they're growing up, good peer groups in high school, were kind of popular at least, and doing the careers they want, have hobbies. They're just got the shit together. This isn't for you. This is for the people who have had the opposite extremes. And there's a lot of you out there. I know there's a lot of you out there. That's why I make these videos. And I've been through the same thing. So, environment and why it's so key. So, specifically, your family environment and why it's so key to take steps to get out of it first and then come back to it later. If your family members, say your parents or close family members, have things like significant physical illnesses, significant mental illnesses, significant amounts of debt, significant amounts of negativity, significant bad worldviews. They don't know how to attract friends. They're just very negative and angry. Violence is huge. So things like this, things that really, my man, fuck people's lives up, fuck kids' lives up. Because the problem is everything's energy again. I've said this before. And if you just see someone in the media or just someone you don't really know, they say something negative to you, it doesn't really hit your consciousness. It doesn't really penetrate because you're like, oh, who's this dude? I don't really care. I don't care about his opinions. But if it's someone you actually love and they do something wrong and they affect you negatively, it's like a loophole straight into your heart or soul. And that shit penetrates, and those leave imprints or anchors in your emotional system that you carry on as baggage and you're not unaware of it. It's part of your subconscious mind. So what am I talking about here? So, if you're in these types of environments, first thing I would advise you, again, I'm not saying burn bridges, I'm not saying you to ditch, even though that is probably in certain instances, if it's like violence, abuse, sexual abuse, and things like that, cut that cord and get the fuck out of there. Like, skydive out of that plane into somewhere more healthy. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there and don't ever go look back and don't ever forgiveness is, it's fine. You should forgive them internally, but it's not your job to take care of people who have done things that I do. But okay, and the thing is, say negativity or anger, like especially from parents, and if they don't know how to love their kids properly, it's like a poison drip. It's like a poison drip. It's a 0.1% every day. And this collects over years, over decades, over a young kid's life. And eventually something serious goes wrong. Something serious happens. Like it might be a physical illness that starts to happen, a serious mental illness happens. Or they might attract a significant accident. Like things like accidents, they don't happen by chance. You're attracting that shit. Or like significant, they get in like poison drips, so they judgments clouded, so they get addictions, things like that happens just because your influences when you were young. Your belief systems and your personality, 95% of it, I think research shows 95% of it was formed between 0 and 7 years of age. So put that in perspective. You had no control. Your prefrontal cortex or your conscious mind hasn't developed at all at that point. So everything's hitting you at a subconscious level and imprinting and leaving anchors at that age. And if your parents are doing a shit job, or your family members or your significant influence are doing a shit job, that's going to carry with you, and you're going to turn 21, 25, and you're going to think there's something wrong with you, and there is. You're going to be like, why don't I have friends? Why am I unpassionate? Why am I discontent? Why am I depressed? Why am I angry? Why am I attracting all this bullshit? And it wasn't your fault. But on that note, nothing is your fault. A good quote, I don't know where I heard it from, is, and nothing is your fault, but everything is your responsibility. Once you turn 18, you're an adult dude, and you have to start making decisions for yourself and start taking steps to better yourself and fix any issues that you have. It's all on you. No one's going to do it for you. It is up to you. There's books. If we're in like a modern age, man. You have the internet, you have books, you can find mentors, you have meetup groups. Like these things aren't hard to figure out. If you need help, there's people who do a lot of work for free. Like a lot of my mentors just help me. Not all of them, but like not my business mentors, but like say my spiritual mentors. But like they help me massively emotionally. Say last night was a men's group meeting, and I was just with these elder gentlemen. This is after a busy day at work. Everyone was a bit tired, but I was over a campfire at like 7, 8 p.m. and we're just talking about life travels. I was listening for the most part, and I had all these emotions come up, and they're really good at working with emotions and coaching adult men who've been through like negative experiences and releasing these anchors. So that was pretty cool. That was an intense night. Yeah, that was cool. That was very cool. I just realized I had a lot of anger, like subconscious anger, that I need to let go. It's a work in progress. But a lot of people have it. Where was it going? Family. Yeah, so what steps do you take? If you're getting abused, if your parents are in debt, okay, we'll go one by one. Say you're getting abused, get the hell out of there. Call the authorities. Go to other family members who understand the situation, or friends. Go to meetup groups, go to support groups. Hit me up if you want on Facebook. If you're going through serious things like that, I'll try my best to help. And yeah, so for those type of situations, get the fuck out of there and just don't look back. So if your parents are in debt, what do? Or your family members are in debt, you can help them best you want, but if you're a young person who's still evolving in your career, there's not much you can do. You can coach them as much you want, and the problem is they're not going to probably change their ways. People getting in debt for a reason. They attract that shit. It's a mindset. It's a form of thinking. It's a neurology pattern. So what you have to do is break free of that. Just be like, especially if you're in business with them and they're making you do a lot of the work to get out of there, you got to be like, fuck that, peace out. I'm going to do my own thing, build my own empire, or like do well in my own career, and then get to a place of abundance and freedom where I can actually come back and actually have a positive impact, and I actually can help. If it's money issues, then I can help with money later on once I've filled my own cup first. Take care of number uno first, and then start helping people. That's key. Okay, so that's in debt. So what if your parents are sick? Say if they've got significant health issues, like say cancer or mental health issues, like I don't know, there's plenty. If they've got brain issues like Alzheimer's, dementia. At this stage, things like that, there's things you can do. There's like the research is on the brink, and the medical field should accelerate. It has been accelerating in the last decades, but it should keep accelerating, and we should see more and more solutions come up by like innovators in that field. It'll be fine. Like if your parents are old, all you can do is just take care of them, be compassionate, and the first thing is you have to take care of yourself, because that's painful to be around. That causes you a lot of pain, whether you're aware of it or not. So just to see someone you love go through that. So what you got to do is first take care of yourself. Have a support system where you have friends and family who take care of you. You're not sacrificing your career and income and going into debt because you take care of this person. You're trying to manage both worlds. I know it's hard. That's easier said than done. That is way easier said than done. But yeah, there's support groups out there. And there's things like a lot of illness, physical illness. Really, like the way the world's going, has to do with consciousness and energy. Like kinesiology is a good field to look into. Yeah, consciousness is a good issue. That's where the medical field eventually go, but it's decades behind of that. So that it will take a while for the medical research to catch up and wake up. But they're doing their best. Cool. And yeah, that's a tough one. I don't really have an answer for that one. That's a tough one. What else? If they have anger issues, that's again like abuse. Get the fuck out of there. Say peace. Do your thing. Let you forget. The thing is, look, I'm not going to go into examples of personal examples because people are watching these videos and they're going to get hurt. But when people have had decades of negative experiences, negative forms of thinking, just bad example of why their reality isn't working out. Like neurology forms, like yes, it's first energy and then it's first consciousness, But eventually your brain patterns form, neurons start connecting together, and neurological patterns form. Yes, you can rewire them. Yes, you can. But if it's decades upon decades, then, I mean, man, is that hard. Holy shit, is that hard to rewire. They have to go through some significant, like, they're already going through some significant shit, but they have to hit a breaking point to wake up. And there isn't much you can do. Like, a lot of my mentors, say Wilson Luna, and my personal mentors, like, they barely spend time with their parents anymore because they've tried to help, and these are people who positively help thousands of people, have the skill set to do it, but you can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped or just set in their ways. They have to first be willing to break their comfort zone, and if they're not willing to get out of their comfort zone, then they're not going to grow and they're not going to find the answers. And there's very little you can do. All you can do is, like, when they hit you up, send them a loving text, check up on them here and there, and cut time with them. Like, time is precious, man. You only live once. If you're not spending every hour of your life properly, then that's a wasted hour of your life that you're not going to get back. Also friends, I'll go into friends as well, but say for me, I've cut, not in a bad way, I haven't done this, like, explicitly, but I haven't told them, but I've, in a ninja way, I've, like, cut all my negative friends. All my friends who have negative thoughts, or, like, anger issues, or, like, doubt me in my endeavors, or, like, anything negative, I've cut them out. Like, I do not speak to them. They might send me a text, and I'll send them a short reply, be courteous, and that's it. But I spend the majority of my time with friends who have their shit together, or at least on the right path. Like, everyone goes through negative experiences. That's part of the challenges, like, that helps you grow. That's not the issue. It's how you respond. It's how you grow. It's how you fucking come back from that. It just steps you take. As long as someone's on the path, I am cool, I am there. But if someone's making the wrong, like, oh my god, if someone's I think that there's an Einstein quote, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over again, expecting a different result. So, yeah, environment, man, is huge. Like, in every one of my mentors' seminars or workshops or retreats, at the end, they spend multiple hours saying, we've made some massive shifts this week or weekend. Now, to sustain it, you have to form a supportive environment. You have to change your environment. Otherwise, you're going to regress back to the bullshit you were at before. So I hope that helps. It's a bit intense. Well, life isn't easy at times, so you got to make smart decisions. I'm going to give you guys a shot just at university in the city. I'm just going to do some songwriting now, meet up with some friends, and then work on my websites, and then go for my second gym session. Yeah, getting shredded. I've almost lost 9 kilos in about 4 weeks, so I'm on the right path. Doing well. Cool. Again, peace, love, live strong, make smart decisions, because you only live once, man. That YOLO concept is true. Alright, peace out.